What is up, Fight Hype family? We are once again live from the office here in Las Vegas tonight. A little different. We're doing the Austin Mcgroom fight. Wasn't originally in the plans. We were originally gonna just do. Let me get some volume here so I can actually hear something. Yeah, we were originally gonna do the Savannah Marshall, Clarissa Shields, Michaela Mayer, Alicia Baumgardner fights, but those got canceled, of course, because of the death of Queen Elizabeth. And, great timing there by Queen Elizabeth getting our fights canceled, but whatever. She didn't have power over that, I guess. And so we decided we'd do some boxing anyways here on Fight Hype. So we went ahead and purchased the Austin Mcgroom fight for $39.99 on Fight TV. And, by come hell or high water, we're going to have some boxing commentary tonight. So, yeah, let me turn this down just a little bit here. And so this is how it's going to go down. Let's see, chat. I'm going to need you tonight, chat, more than ever, because I'm not that familiar with Mr. Landon Mcbroom coming to the ring right now, and definitely not familiar with Adam Saleh. So the only Saleh I know is the guy who was the defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers, who now coaches the New York Jets, Robert Saleh. But this is Adam Saleh fighting Landon Mcbroom. Dazim Johar, hi, what's up, brother? Thank you for coming to the chat. So yeah, gonna kick back a little bit more tonight than usual, and then once we get around to main event time, probably pick up the round by round to where it normally is. Call the action. Actually looking forward to the Adrian Peterson fight coming up, just because Adrian Peterson probably the best running back of my lifetime, or top 5, tied with some guys. But we'll talk about that once we get there. So Landon Mcbroom, 5'11", would be a middleweight tonight, coming in at about 156, taking on Adam Saleh, a couple pounds lighter. Looks like he's about 153.5. Jimmy Lennon, joking around about this, but all the boxing, is this just live commentary? Yes, just live commentary. Ariza Malik, not obviously a live stream of the fight. We don't have rights to the fight, but we went ahead and bought the fight on Fight TV, seeing as how we wanted to get some commentary in tonight. Clarissa, again, we were going to commentate the Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall fight, but that went ahead and got canceled, so thought we'd do this. 200 sold tickets, says 00. Really, just 200 sold tickets? I know, yeah, it does look empty in there, but is that can't be an official figure? Adam Saleh from Brooklyn, New York. All right, Brooklyn in the house, New York in the house. Adam Saleh. So we might have to root for Adam Saleh tonight, folks. We never do rooting here on the stream. Saddam Ali, Brooklyn's finest, next to Adam Saleh. We never do rooting here on the stream. We always call it down the middle. But tonight we can make some exceptions, man. We can make a lot of exceptions tonight because, we're BSing a little bit here. We're bullshitting a little bit. Yeah, Saddam Ali in the corner. I peeped it already. What happened with the fans? I don't know. You mean in terms of where are they? Like, why aren't they there? It's a good question. Maybe people are smart enough. Anyway, Landon Mcbroom, of course, the brother of the main event fighter, Austin Mcbroom, tonight, who's taking on Anesongib, who I do recall just from Jake Paul's initial fight in boxing when he fought on the undercard of Logan Paul and KSI. So I'm very, very slightly familiar with Anesongib. Austin Mcbroom, not as much. You guys can fill me in on these people throughout the night. Chris Brown is there, though. That's true. Chris Brown is there. And you want to say, yeah. Chris Brown, who in that song, Excuse Me, Miss, or whatever it was called, did not say the letter Y as the song went on, as he said, he want to say, yeah. Okay, here we go. This is going to be the best live round-by-round show ever that we've ever done on Fight Hype. Landon Mcgroom taking on Adam Saleh. Adam Saleh looking like the bigger guy. Landon Mcgroom got the A-side money on his side. It's the brother of the main event fighter. God help me, chat. I heard the main event is at 2:30. Yeah, 2:30 probably East Coast time. That sounds about right. It's 9:30 on the West Coast, so 12:30 East Coast. Damn, I don't know why they put on that fight that late, but I mean, maybe they know something I don't. It is Saturday night. Adam Saleh looks a little bit like the better fighter early on. Just kind of better balance in his stance, a little more fundamentally sound with his stance. You know, and I won't crap on these guys as we go on. You know, I know some of these guys are in pretty good shape, have trained really hard, and have picked up some of the fundamentals of the sport and could beat up, you know, most of this, you know, just normal people walking the street who don't try to train. And so, but we'll also have fun. Sean, my boys, Johnny. What's up, Johnny? Shout out, Johnny. Johnny, help me throughout the night, man, because we're just getting some money tonight. We're just doing the shit. We're just doing this stream because Shields and Marshall got canceled, and Mayor Bumgardner. So we had to do some boxing today. We had to get a warm up card in before Canelo Triple G3 next week. Good head movement there by Landon Mcgroom with his back against the ropes, able to slip a right hand from Adam Saleh. Adam Saleh trying to walk down Landon Mcgroom right now, bigger guy. But Landon Mcbroom doing a decent job keeping his composure and moving his head, not getting caught with any big shots. But Adam Saleh not looking sloppy and is trying to walk him down in his blue trunks, putting his jab or range finding with his jab out there, looking to land a big right hand, stay on top of Mcgroom. Now Mcgroom rushes in kind of with an awkward timing and lands his left hand on Adam Saleh. No power on it though. Yeah, Adam Saleh just trying to walk this guy down, and Mcgroom, shorter guy, too far out, shoots that right hand and falls short with it. Can't help myself, we're still gonna. I got you, Austin Mcgroom going to knock McGibb out. You think so? I mean, yeah. I'm not familiar with these guys, Johnny. Who is Austin Mcgroom, Johnny? Can you let me know that in the chat? I could really use your help. Johnny is my official research. Jay Cortijo, Argentina in the house. Argentina. Shout out to Ginobili. We share him, Johnny. You're Argentinian. I'm Italian. Ginobili's an Italian Argentinian, but yeah, help me out here. Ace family. What is the Ace family? Is it like Ace Hardware store? Like he's of Ace Hardware store? Heir? Is it heir to the Ace Hardware store? Someone help me. When does Austin fight? Kendall, Nebbia. Well, we are on fight number 4. So we have the great Adrian Peterson, the great running back, fighting next. And then the co-main event with Nick Young, who used to play for the Lakers, Swaggy P. And then the main event, Austin Mcbroom. So probably about an hour and a half out. If you want to just stick around, or if you're not interested in these fights, just leave this tab open so we keep the views coming in and you can go do something else. Samantha Sanchez. I know a Samantha Zattel. I don't know a Samantha Sanchez any longer. But this Samantha Sanchez person thinks it's so funny, the things that are being said tonight. Love you, Samantha Sanchez. Austin is pretty good. He's pretty good. I think he beats Jake Paul, honestly. Damn. We got bold. We got hot takes. We got hot takes coming in the FightHype chat tonight. Our first hot take of the night, chat. Step your game up. Johnny setting the tone that Austin Mcbroom beats Jake Paul. This is an earth-shattering take that is so important to the sport. Austin Mcbroom beats Jake Paul. That's up there with Crawford Spence in terms of how much film I'd have to break down to take a look. Good little check left hook there by Adam Saleh. As again, Landon Mcgroom, shorter guy, kind of attempting to punch from too far out at times, but isn't getting caught with big shots at the same time, and is giving Adam Saleh some problems, some frustrations as he tries to walk him down. So neither guy able to connect with a big shot just yet. And now Adam Saleh landed in close. But yes, back to the dream fight, Austin Mcbroom versus Jake Paul. I'll have to watch tonight with my best eyes closely, my best boxing eye on Austin Mcbroom to size him up with Jake Paul in what could be one of the biggest fights in boxing. Anyway, let's see here. Oh, Samantha Sanchez loves empanadas. That is a fact. Oh, wait. as I look back at the fight, it looks like Adam Saleh landed a right hand to shake up Austin or Landon Mcgroom just a little bit, but Landon Mcgroom stepping in with a good jab to knock his head up, and Adam Saleh forced to clinch with his back near the ropes. Wallup said, "Are you going to show it, or so you're going to show it, or not? Or not is the answer, because we don't have rights to the fight, my friend. You know, I don't mean to be a dick about it." All right. Landon Mcgroom landing a right hand as Adam Saleh again trying to walk him down and come in. How much is the pay-per-view? $40. And you know, the guy who made Barnum and Bailey said a sucker is born every day. And we went ahead. I went ahead and I was that sucker. I bought this fight because we were boxing starved, because the queen died and canceled the undisputed middleweight championship fight that was going to go down earlier this afternoon. So we replaced it with something beautiful. Austin Mcbroom takes on Anesongib. Anesongib looking to rewrite his legacy, looking to change his fate in boxing history. Not trying to be the guy who just lost to Jake Paul, but the first man to beat the athletic, the strong Austin Mcbroom. And we'll see if he can pull that off tonight. But first things first, the younger brother of the A side, Austin Mcgroom, Landon Mcgroom, is being a little slick. He's got tough timing coming in. He's popping up Adam Saleh's head with a few of his left hands with his jabs. Sometimes he's punching from too far out because he's shorter, but it's a competitive fight through two. It's anybody's fight through 2 rounds. Okay, is this pay-per-view? It is pay-per-view, Johnny Cordijo. It is pay-per-view. $40, that's ridiculous. A fight is a fight. Absolutely. Adam, let's go. Oh, we got some Adam. We got some Adam. Wait, Adam. Wait, do you mean Austin? Austin Mcgroom? Should be free to watch it. Let's see. Deontay Wilder still lost to Tyson Fury till this day. Okay, but they gave us the best trilogy in heavyweight boxing in the new millennium. So, you know, we're not accepting too much Deontay Wilder bashing here. We love Wilder. The man, we just lost Ernie Shavers, man. And Ernie Shavers got his love, got his flowers, as they say. In his time as a great puncher. You know, people didn't focus on this or that with him. They focused on what he brought to the sport, that he was a great puncher. And Wilder, too, is a great puncher. One of the great punchers of all time, of course, was right hand, and had, you know, 10 title defenses of the WBC belt. I don't think Shavers or Ron Lyle or some of these great punchers that we revere in heavyweight history ever won a version of the title or the heavyweight title, and Deontay did. So, you know, fuck out of here with that. No, let's see. Is Adam winning? Adam, there is no Adam fight. Does the fight look technical or sloppy? It's not as bad as, you know, maybe you would think. Landon Mcgroom is got some decent defense. He's staying, sometimes it's hard for him to get his offense out because Adam Saleh is a bigger guy trying to walk him down. Adam Saleh throwing some good right hands. He just threw a good right hand, but Landon Mcgroom having good defense, moving his head, slipping underneath, being hard to hit. And every now and then, just when he backs up for 30 to 40 seconds at a time, he steps in with a left hand and he'll land it here or there, not with a lot of power. But Adam Saleh, you know, good fundamentals in trying to walk down Landon Mcgroom. And he's throwing a good right hand. He just can't hit him. Landon Mcgroom is being a little frustrating to hit cleanly here in the 3rd round. Saleh again trying to range find his jab, and Mcgroom just up on his bike. But again, even though Mcgroom is being tough to hit defensively, he's not accomplishing too much offensively, except for the occasional jab that, you know, he'll be awkward with his timing and go back, and then step in occasionally. Oh, Mcgroom is in blue trunks, isn't it? Ooh. I'm getting word from my editor that Adam Saleh is actually the guy in the gray trunks, and Landon Mcgroom is in the blue trunks. See, this is how serious we keep it tonight on this stream. So everything I was saying previously about Adam Saleh, please reference it as what I was saying about Landon Mcgroom, and vice versa. Landon Mcgroom is trying to walk down Adam Saleh, who is staying too far on the outside and is being hard to hit. But Landon Mcgroom was actually some good fundamentals in trying to walk him down. He just can't hit him cleanly. But I think he's edging out these rounds because he's the guy on the front foot. He's giving the initiative. He walked into 2 shots right now from Adam Saleh, though. Adam Saleh with his back on the ropes and with a good 1-2 off the ropes. Then he comes with another right hand, and Landon Mcgroom able to block those shots. And again, Adam Saleh jumping in with a few shots just after playing defense for 40, 50 seconds at a time. And then just when Landon Mcgroom thinks he can walk him down, he has to eat some shots. So an awkward Adam Saleh in front of Landon Mcgroom right now, who is breathing hard going back to his corner for the 4th round. But big whoa. Le'Veon and Peterson went yet? Just got here. They haven't gone yet. They have not yet gone yet. I heard Mikey Garcia is going to be commentating. Yeah, Mikey Garcia, Paulie Malignaggi. We are all selling out in boxing and getting a piece of this money because why not? You know, money. So yeah, we're all doing that, and this is the stream for the Austin Mcbroom fight. We can't wait for this main event. And we're heading into the 4th and final round now for Landon Mcbroom, who is, again, done a pretty decent job, especially given his experience trying to walk down Adam Saleh. But Adam Saleh being a little awkward with his timing and his movement, you know, playing defense for long stretches of a time. And then just when Landon Mcbroom feels like he's walking him down, he'll step in with a couple of shots, tie up, you know, doing things that awkward guys that frustrate you can do. Right now, Adam Saleh jumping in with a few shots, and Landon Mcbroom forced to go straight back, keep his hands up, and tie up. And now they reset in the center of the ring. But chat, what you got for me, chat? Who was AP or Bell? Do you mean who wins? I think AP wins. I think Adrian Peterson is going to win because he was the best running back I've probably seen in my lifetime. And that will translate into the boxing ring because Landon Mcgroom, good double jab there. Landon Mcgroom's really had a hard time landing cleanly in this fight, though. And he's done well in his stance and his balance. I like the right hand he's throwing it down the pipe sometimes with good technique. But Adam Saleh just, being a good spoiler in there. Being awkward to time with his movement. Awkward to time when he steps in. He's staying too far out to where he's not really fighting consistently the 3 minutes of the rounds, but he's staying out, avoiding punishment, avoiding getting hit with the big right hand from Landon Mcbroom, and then he'll step in with a little flurry here or there, and it's hard for Landon Mcbroom to time him coming in here and there. Halfway through the round again, Landon Mcbroom throwing a good right hand and gets a little bit of the top of the head. That makes Adam Saleh complain that he's hit to the back of the head, but good right hand again by Landon Mcbroom. He's still throwing it. He's throwing a good right hand, and he's starting to get a little closer with it now. He touched him with that last one. He gets his hand up to block a wild right hand from Adam Saleh. 1 minute left. Adam Saleh, another wild miss, and he does a 360 turn, falls into the ropes, gets hit with the right hand, and falls into a clinch. Beautiful boxing there. .45 seconds left. Again, Landon Mcbroom shooting off nice 1-2s, shooting off a good jab. The guy can box. Not throwing wild windmill type punches as Landon Mcbroom. Sometimes Adam Saleh is. Right hand by Landon Mcbroom lands. 20 seconds left. Ooh, another right hand shoots it off the jab from Landon Mcbroom. Almost just connects with it, but Adam Saleh being just slick enough to avoid really getting hit cleanly on the chin in this fight with anything big. But I think Landon Mcgroom certainly did enough in that 4th round to win it. And even though at times he got touched up and couldn't time Adam Saleh stepping in, I think he got the better of this fight and was stayed on that front foot and threw some nice right hands there. Looks tired going back at the end of that fight. I think Landon Mcbroom looked pretty decent there. If you had to score the fight, what would you be? Probably, yeah. What Ryan Vestman said, probably Mcgroom 3-1. Let you know. Did you pick Gibb or Mcbroom? I do not know, kind sir. Fila, I don't know, man. I don't know these guys. I don't know. We'll see. I remember Anesongib giving Jake Paul a bloody nose and Jake Paul fighting through it valiantly overseas in England on enemy turf and coming up with a knockout. Austin Mcgroom, I have no idea who he is. Wait, I never checked earlier. The Ace, probably the only time they could get Ace family. Austin got some skills. Okay. Nope. I never did get what the Ace family is. Can you show the match? I cannot. I can only give you this round by round tonight. Which we'll pick it up for the main event, but we're just having some fun, at least until Adrian Peterson fights. I think I'm gonna turn it up a notch for Adrian Peterson. All right, we're about to get our decision here for Social Gloves 2. Jimmy Lennon Jr. He sold out as well. We all are, baby. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. Four rounds of action. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we have a draw. All three scored 38-38 even. Okay, I guess that works. Oh, lots of trash talk coming from Adam Saleh's family. Coming from his side, Saddam Ali telling him to chill. The former WBO super welterweight champion telling this man to chill. This man has a WWF looking belt over his shoulder, and he was talking crazy to Landon Mcbroom, but he'll have to settle for a draw tonight. It's a draw. Adam Saleh getting love from this man with his UFC belt or his WWF belt. And Michelle Phelps is in the ring, ready to interview both guys. And this is about to become behind the social gloves now. Who got that joke in? Yeah. Behind this, okay. All right. Let's see. Was it close? Yeah, it was close. It was close to where it could have been. Show the fight, Russell Brand. No, I know. I couldn't help myself with the joke. Yeah, I know. But you must be bored. Just got up. It's nearly 6 o'clock here. Yeah, Russell Brand. That's the first time I got the Russell Brand one. I've gotten I got Drake Bell all the time, Ashton Kutcher, but not Russell Brand. Let's hear what Adam Saleh has to say. Adam Saleh says he looks at it as a win. I can get why he feels that way. He was the smaller guy in there tonight. Landon Mcgroom definitely looked like the bigger guy. So I get it. He was the B side. Smaller guy. Fought a gutsy fight a little bit there. Was hard to hit. Ducked underneath a lot of right hands. Was either too far out or too close a lot of the time. Actually, if anybody won, though, I'd give a slight edge to Landon Mcbroom. But he did get caught with some shots coming in. But for the most part, he kept Adam Saleh on the defensive, kept him on the back foot, kept stepping to him, throwing his big right hand. But what's he think about the fight? Let me hear. He says whatever this guy's talking about is bullshit. Adam Saleh. So who had a tie? Landon Mcbroom and Adam Saleh had a tie. Let's see. When are they fighting, bro? They are fighting Caleb Casper. They are fighting the main event in about an hour and a half, I think. Next up is Adrian Peterson, Le'Veon Bell, then Nick Young, a.k.a. Swaggy P, then the main event. So. Austin is a coconut. What does that mean? Crippled Ham said Shaggy is watching a show that only sold 200 live tickets. Crazy. Gerald Carter, you have some of the best commentary. Thank you, Gerald. Appreciate that, man. We'll be back to the the regular scheduled stuff with Canelo Golovkin 3 coming up Saturday. Actually, that one will be live from the arena, as Eddie Hearn says, at the T-Mobile. So we'll be back in action with that this upcoming Saturday. We would have done Shields Marshall earlier, but yeah, thank you, Gerald Carter, for that. Double Zeros said, hi, dude, high as a kite. Nate Diaz and Cosmat won. Nate Diaz won? God damn, these fights are late. Oh, that's probably why they're going late then. Now they're not competing with the Nate Diaz fight anymore. All right, let's get to this Adrian Peterson fight. Le'Veon Bell getting interviewed in the dressing room. Yeah, I think Adrian Peterson's about to win this fight. Who do we got in the chat? Adrian Peterson or Le'Veon Bell? Indiana. He's losing the East Coast audience with these late night fights. You think so? You don't think people will stay up late that we're going to watch it anyways? It's not like you have to get up for work tomorrow, but you're right. It's late. Where can I watch the fight for free? You can watch it audio right here. You can hear my blow by blow right here for free. Sean, I want to see you as a lightweight journeyman. Like boxing wise? You want to see me fight as a lightweight journeyman? I can't make 135. The furthest I might be able to get down to unhealthily is 154. So yeah, Le'Veon Bell coming up against Adrian Peterson. Paulie Malignaggi during the show. Nate Diaz won. Who won, Adam or Landon? And Landon just had a draw. Wow, Lance Pugmire. Shout out to Lance Pugmire. He's on this too. Damn, everybody in boxing is on this show. Yeah, Landon Mcgroom had a draw. No one's staying up 3 a.m. to watch this fight. LOL. Barely anybody showed up at all. I mean, we're watching, right? We're here. We're here. You, me, and you, Caleb Casper, right? We're supporting this card. We stayed up. You're in the East Coast, aren't you, Caleb? Who won? Demore versus Wharton. I think Demore won. No. Never mind. Need the link. Oh, need the link. Is that what NDL means? And they are rightfully having Le'Veon Bell come to the ring first. 3-time Pro Bowler, but not quite the running back that Adrian Peterson is. Not a Hall of Famer like Adrian Peterson. Let's see the tail of the tape here from the Bank of California in Los Angeles. 5 rounds. Last fight was 4 rounds. These guys are going 5. Adrian Peterson looks mean and ready. Looks bigger too. I believe he outweighed Le'Veon Bell at the weigh-in. There was no winner. It was an exhibition. There was no winner. That's right. In the other fight. In the Wharton fight. Let's leave. It's all about those pay-per-view. Hey, guess who bet 400 on Diaz and won? This guy. Congratulations to you. What time is Gibb versus Austin UK time? what UK is 6 hours ahead of where I'm at. I would think. I don't know. Whatever your time is in the UK, plus an hour and a half from now. Plus an hour and a half from now. Yeah, so they're showing a highlight reel now of Adrian Peterson. Okay, so Adrian Peterson's got to be top 5 running backs of my lifetime. I was born in 1991. Can we please get some top 5 running backs since 1991 in the chat? I'm going to have to go. Someone said, when are you fighting Wade? How long are we planning on waiting for Austin? At least an hour. But, okay, top 5 running backs of my lifetime. As we get set for Adrian Peterson versus Le'Veon Bell, in no order, Adrian Peterson, Marshall Faulk, Barry Sanders, LaDainian Tomlinson, Emmitt Smith are the first 5 that come to my mind since 91. I don't know. What do you guys got? Bryson O'Neill, who won? Adrian or Le'Veon? We'll see. We will see soon. They're about to. Right now, they're doing Adrian Peterson's little montage hit with the shortest uppercuts in the world, with kind of not too far off from the Stephen A. Smith uppercuts. And Jimmy Lennon set to introduce both fighters, both former Pro Bowl running backs. Adrian Peterson heading to the Hall of Fame. Le'Veon Bell, former 3-time Pro Bowl running back, all with the Steelers. Ain't no way. Woods Crawford, I don't think so. And here comes AP. All day, AP. Former NFL MVP, the 2015 MVP. Came back from ACL injury and was less than 10 yards away from the all-time rushing record, almost broke Eric Dickerson's running record. Best running back of his era. Now in the ring, bouncing up and down, waiting for fellow Pro Bowl running back Le'Veon Bell. We know Chad Ochocinco, he was able to win his fight last year in Florida on the Floyd Mayweather-Logan Paul undercard. So we've seen a few football players fight. Football players seem to have a little bit more skills than the basketball players, but we'll see tonight. Adrian Peterson, he has some footage here on FightHype, getting beating up some sparring partners where he did a lot of really just firing off 1-2s, but had some sting on his right hand and brings an aggressive mentality to the ring. Le'Veon Bell seems to be more trying to fight a defensive fight, but that's harder to do with less experience. You're better off with the less experience and less skill, kind of going in there with grit, ready to just fight, and then trying to be a Floyd Mayweather and box it out. So we'll see if Le'Veon Bell is able to implement some of the sweet science he thinks he can bring to this fight. But I think Adrian Peterson's coming with a more aggressive mindset, and I think that that's a better mindset to come into a fight with little to no experience than trying to be a master boxer. But we'll see what we get out of both guys in this fight. Le'Veon Bell is younger. Everyone in Pittsburgh rooting for AP. Sean, would you fight at a boxing reporter event? Absolutely. Absolutely. For to get a check? Absolutely. Yeah. You know, yes. Put them hands off somebody. But if they for the money they're throwing out, hell yeah, I'd do one of these fights. I think there's a few of people that do what we do that want to get that money at a YouTuber event. They're waiting on the phone call. So yeah, that'd be fun. Anyone know where I can watch the fight for free? You can listen to it here for free. You know, I'm clowning around, kind of just chilling on a Saturday night, but I think I'm going to be a little excited to call this AP Le'Veon Bell fight. So, you know, I'll lock it in a little bit more than we did for the Landon Mcbroom fight. And then for main event time, we'll pretty much just keep it like we do for most round by rounds. You know, maybe still have some fun with it, but we'll definitely call the action for those of you that are just trying to figure out what happens in this fight. So we wanted to call some fights tonight, one way or the other. So I know Showbox was on last night. Here comes Le'Veon Bell to the ring. And AP came in Mike Tyson style. Adrian Peterson came in black trunks, no robe. Le'Veon Bell coming in with his robe, white and gold, excuse me. And again, he looks to be coming in tonight trying to keep a boxer's mind state versus Adrian Peterson, who's looking to just come in aggressive and land his right hand off his 1-2s, like we saw in the sparring footage here on FightHype. Let's see here. Didn't though. Fighting side. Adrian is seriously strong since high school. Yeah, I mean any guy that what he rehab. You look like a Z-list Ashton Kutcher tribute, my G. That works, man. You know, at least it's Ashton Kutcher. You know, you gotta take what you get in life. I'll take. Maybe I'll get booked for an Ashton Kutcher tribute show one day. Sean, I want to see you fight Luis Pineda. I don't know who that is. Sean versus Ellie for $5,000. AP got that country boy strength. Yeah, man. AP looks mean in there. Looks like he's doing his best Mike Tyson impersonation tonight with the black trunks and no robe, no nothing. Looks mean in there, man. Looks like he's just ready to be violent. Why are you so mad, Adrian? Why are you mad at Le'Veon Bell? Why do you want to hurt him so much? Let's see. I will not duck anybody. Your name, Sean? Yes, it is. Everyone tells Sean who Luis the Go Pineda is. Yeah, go ahead. I'm not familiar. Le'Veon Bell getting introduced now, chewing on his mouthpiece. So let's see which approach wins for these two novices, two great athletes, these two novices. Let's see. Le'Veon Bell probably going to come out and try to box. Adrian Peterson going to try to be aggressive. Let's see who gets the job done tonight in this fight. I will duck you, Huck Spawn Bear. Sean, my buddy, go Niners. Yes, sir. Go Niners tomorrow. You know it, brother. You know it. Tomorrow against the Bears. The Trey Lance era begins. All right, here we go. Round one set to go. Adrian Peterson against Le'Veon Bell. Adrian Peterson, the future Hall of Fame running back, a little bit bigger guy in there. Let's see what we get. Both guys a little sluggish to start with their jab on the outside. Le'Veon Bell keeping that left hand low, stepping over to his left. Peterson keeping his hands up a little bit more. Lets off a 1-2 from the outside, but falls short with it. Le'Veon starting with a jab to the body. Peterson comes back with his jab up top. Yeah, Le'Veon coming out with that left hand low at his waist, trying to be comfortable. Le'Veon taking some steps in, shoots the jab to the body, gets away from the counter right hand. Yeah, definitely Le'Veon is trying to do his boxing. And Adrian Peterson not coming out quite as aggressive as I thought. He's fighting behind his jab here too. Both guys fighting behind their jab on the outside to start. Less than a minute left in the first round. Nothing big landing just yet. Both guys are starting with their jab. Le'Veon shooting a straight right to the body. And AP tried to come back with a 1-2 as he jumped in with his right hand to the body, but didn't land it. Let's see. Le'Veon shooting that jab to the body again. That shooting it from his hip, keeping that left hand low. Now he drops the right hand low too. Looking a little comfortable though with his foot movement, walking in and out. A little more fluid with his movement than Adrian Peterson. 10 seconds left. Le'Veon trying to touch the body with his jab and even shoot the straight right there, but not really landing it. And AP not able to land either. He misses up top with a 1-2. Le'Veon ducking his head underneath. And that's it for round one. Neither guy really able to land a clean shot. They touch gloves. But Le'Veon Bell, who I said was probably going to come in with a little bit more of a boxer's mindset, was the smoother fighter in there. Wasn't really able to make it cash it in on any offense, make it land any big shots, but he was a little more fluid in there, made Adrian Peterson look stiffer, and moved his head around, shot the jab from his hip, did try to use his up jab to the body, up jab to the head, but Peterson shooting it out from too far out and not really connecting with it, but not much to choose from there in round one. These YouTubers don't know anything about boxing. They train for not even a year and they think they're pros, says Yesenia Campos. Yeah, I hear you, just try and get this money. Why am I ducking Hux Von Bear? I don't know, guys. Sean looking toasty. Yes, it's nice and cozy up here. Thoughts on a Don King versus Bob Arum promoter exhibition match? I don't think it would last longer than 10. I think Don King wins. Okay, he's got the size. I just think at any age, Don King kicks Bob Arum's ass, to answer the question. All right, Le'Veon trying to shoot a quick little right hand to the body and pop his body out of the plate, using his feet to get out of range right after that. Shoots that jab from the hip again to the solar plexus of AP, but AP buckles Le'Veon Bell with a jab. That could have been ruled a knockdown. First good shot of the fight lands, and it's for Adrian Peterson, who buckled Le'Veon Bell with a jab there. Jerry Cantu wiping off the gloves of Le'Veon Bell. Now Peterson lets go with 2 jabs again. Le'Veon circling his way out, and then steps back in with a jab to the body. Le'Veon trying to step in, but Peterson timing him with a jab as he steps in. Peterson getting his left hand up and then shoots a right hand, but Le'Veon Bell making a miss. 50 seconds left. AP probably winning the second round because of that jab that stumbled him earlier. Le'Veon Bell again shooting a lazy right hand to the body, but then steps in again with a jab to the body and then shoots the right hand to the body with more conviction there. 30 seconds left in the second. Le'Veon Bell keeps shooting that straight right to the body. Shoots it loose. Hands loose and at his sides for Le'Veon Bell. Trusting his head movement. And doing good with his ranginess here is Le'Veon Bell. Longer arms than Adrian Peterson. Not punching hard to the body, but just straight shots. Using his jab, using his straight right hand to the body. And getting in and out of range. But let's see that replay and let's make sure AP landed that jab. AP having a hard time landing cleanly on Le'Veon Bell, but Le'Veon Bell not landing anything up top, just trying to stab the body here and there with straight punches, not with a lot of power. Let's see this replay here. Yeah, it was a jab to the chest, and that should have been a knockdown. Adrian Peterson just really strong, didn't even land to the body or to the head, just shot a jab to the chest of Le'Veon Bell, and Le'Veon Bell got knocked down on that shot. That should have been a knockdown, but Jerry Cantu missed it. All right, Nick Young. Nick Young warming up in the southpaw stance backstage, looking rough, not looking herky-jerky, but working on his, looks like he's got a little bit of a right uppercut and a right hook. The former shooting guard / small forward for the Los Angeles Lakers and Washington Wizards warming up. Hype Man says, I'd sleep you, and that Sean don't got hands, and that Sean is hella high. We appreciate you, Hype Man, coming into the chat. All right, Le'Veon Bell again, just trying to stab to the body with the straight right hand. Not a lot of power on it, but maybe eventually he's going to bring it up top as he keeps finding his range with those, range-finding body shots. AP shoots a hard right hand to the body off of 1-2. Le'Veon stepping in with the jab, then uses his feet to back out. Some decent defense and ranginess by Le'Veon Bell in this fight. AP having a hard time to connect up top. Oh, good left hand by Le'Veon Bell. Just as Adrian Peterson starting to breathe a little heavy there and trying to time Le'Veon Bell, but he's waiting on him, not being first. And that was Le'Veon Bell's best shot right there. Kind of a left hook / jab. Didn't fully hook on it, but that was a good left hand that knocked up Adrian Peterson's head. Le'Veon shooting again with a jab and then a straight right to the body. Starting to look more like the more comfortable fighter in there. Le'Veon makes AP miss with a left hook. AP backing up, jabbing with his chin up, but Le'Veon a little bit more smooth. AP shoots a 1-2 after, again, Le'Veon keeps trying to shoot a little loose right hand to the body, and he keeps slipping Adrian Peterson trying to counter to the head whenever he stabs the body with his right hand. Again, straight right hand to the body by Le'Veon Bell. He just seems most comfortable shooting that and his jab to the body. Le'Veon again, jabbing to the body, less than 10 seconds left, gets his head off the line well to keep getting out of the way of AP's jab. And that's Le'Veon Bell's round. He landed the best punch of the fight. Well, really, the best punch of the fight should have been ruled a knockdown in round 2 from the jab to the chest by Adrian Peterson. But that was a good short left hand by Le'Veon Bell. Bro, you can't fight, though, said Hype Man. I got you, man. Fight a little bit, man. I do want to fight Shaita. Why is everything about why is everything about fighting me tonight? That's funny. Well, show me the money and let's make it happen. Yeah, Le'Veon Bell winning that 3rd round. 2-1 either way. I think Le'Veon Bell might be up 2-1. Stop. Wow. Le'Veon Bell again, shooting that jab to the body. I would like to see him just bring a right hand up top off that jab to the body. He obviously, knows where Peterson is. He tried it right there. He tried to shoot a right hand up top off that jab to the body, but Peterson got his head out of the way of it. Le'Veon coming forward, looking comfortable with that left hand by his hip. Trusting his head movement, trusting his ranginess. Yeah, Le'Veon with some decent head movement in this fight. Not getting touched a lot. He's got it down, that jab, that up jab from his hip and shooting it down and getting away from what's coming back. He probably watched a lot of Andre Ward doing that. Andre was great at that. Yeah, good head movement again by Le'Veon Bell. Not getting touched by nothing, but he's not landing hard at the body. He's shooting off little shots of the body, loose style, keeping it loose and fluid. Oh, good right hand to the body by Adrian Peterson, though. You could tell Peterson's the harder puncher, but he's breathing heavier and he's just stiffer, more mechanical than Le'Veon Bell is, who's just more fluid in the ring, but isn't taking a lot of chances. Good little left hook to the body by Le'Veon Bell, but Adrian Peterson busier, more active, but can't connect right now. But he's busy. He's letting his hands go. And Le'Veon's like walking him down with his hands at his waist, slipping shots. Good jab by Le'Veon Bell, lifts AP's head up. AP very active that round, throwing more punches, but Le'Veon Bell with good defense, not really getting hit with much, and then touching him with a couple of left hands here to end the round. I think Le'Veon won that 4th round too. I almost want to give it to him off the defense. He's just showing the better skill between both guys, but AP was a little bit more active. Is Bell using the shoulder roll? He is. He is. How much money for me to fight? Let's start at least $2,000, Hux Von Bear. They should have Wilder fight AP, Bell, and Swaggy P all on the same night. George Foreman fought 10 guys before. I think George Foreman fought 5 guys. It wasn't 10, it was fight guys. Couldn't find odds anywhere on this fight. Who is fighting and winning? Adrian Peterson is fighting Le'Veon Bell, and I would say Le'Veon Bell's getting a little bit of the better of it, but not by much. It's not like he's having a great night offensively. He did land a good left hand in the 3rd round, but he's just been the slicker. He's the most impressive thing between these two former Pro Bowl running backs has been the defense and fluidity of Le'Veon Bell. So final round, 5th and final round here. Again, Le'Veon Bell just keeps stabbing to the body. Good, big right hand by Le'Veon Bell, drops Adrian Peterson. I told you guys last round that I wanted to see him shoot that right hand off the jab to the body, and that's it. Jerry Cantu stops it. Beautiful right hand knockout by Le'Veon Bell. That was a hell of a right hand, and he set it up. He took his time all night, stabbing with the jab to the body, the up jab to the body from his hip, and then bam, he let it go up top. Beautiful, beautiful. And it was there. It was actually there, maybe even a round or so before. But shout out to Le'Veon Bell. Beautiful right hand, considering the level they're at and all that, relatively speaking. But that was a beautiful right hand. And Le'Veon Bell wasn't getting hit. He was slick and rangy, slipping a lot of shots. And that right hand, he knew where to place it because all night he had just been stabbing and touching to the body, touching to the body, touching to the body. And instead of touching to the body, he sat down on one and brought it up top and made it count. And that was a hell of a straight right hand. Jerry Cantu told Adrian Peterson, who clearly is a very prideful man, sitting on the stool now, getting looked at by the doctor. He's fine and everything's fine. Just his pride is hurt. But, again, that was a straight right hand. It was a loosey-goose right hand that Le'Veon Bell didn't even shoot from his chin. He kind of shot it from the hip, shot it from the chest, and got his head off the line as he shot it. But he sat down on it. That was nice. Le'Veon Bell shooting it from the chest and getting his head off the line simultaneously at the same time. And Peterson did not know what hit him. Peterson was just trying to be workmanlike, really couldn't find Le'Veon at all with his range. But he just kept throwing. But eventually that right hand landed right on the money. And Le'Veon's head was completely to the left and off the line. Good stuff for Le'Veon Bell. Can't even front. Shout out to Le'Veon Bell. So Le'Veon got dropped. No, Le'Veon Bell did not get dropped. He dropped him. Gerald Morgan, thank you for your professionalism and all your content for boxing. Great job with Porter Podcast as well. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Salute from the All Army Boxing Team. Thank you, Gerald. Appreciate you, man. I do live in America. Where's me? Yeah, man, but that was beautiful. That was a beautiful right hand by Le'Veon Bell. Props. He set that up. He really did. And it was there. I called for it a round before in the 4th that hey, bring that right hand up top. You guys could rewind it if you want. I may be a little stoned and not 100% on my game on the stream tonight, but I could still see that Le'Veon Bell was stabbing the body and found his range and could line up Adrian Peterson at right hand any moment. He did. Shane Mosley against Floyd Mayweather shot a jab to the body to set up that right hand up top. Deontay Wilder, one of the adjustments he made in the 3rd fight with Tyson Fury was shooting his jab to the body, and eventually that set up the right hand up top that almost knocked him out in the 4th round, but at least helped change the fight from a blowout to a great 3rd fight. So that jab to the body is a proven setup if you can get it going to set up a straight right hand up top because you're touching them with that jab to the body. So you got the range, you know where they're at, you keep touching them with it. And so instead of touching to the body, knowing where they're at, you go ahead and sit down on the right hand at the right time up top and bring it up top. So this Hux Von Bear, guys, is seriously serious about fighting me for $2,000. Let's see. That sounds fun. But let's we will get to that later, Hux Von Bear. For now, we gotta actually call this fight. I think my family just got home. But Sean, who's your favorite one-trick pony fighter? Is it Wilder, the right hand? I guess so. I mean, that would be a good first. That's not one I've thought about too much. One-trick pony. I don't. I mean, but to me, the things that make Wilder a one-trick pony is things that people overlook: his athleticism, ranginess, and he's his speed at 6'7". You know, when we say he's a one-trick pony, I think people they kind of just think, okay, he's got a big right hand and that's that. But he has athleticism and speed that's very, very, very uncommon for a fighter at 6'7". And when he steps in, he can close range so quickly in the right hand. The right hand's fast. He's a 6'7", 200+ pound guy who has a hand speed throwing that right hand. And I think sometimes that the speed and the athleticism he's got is a little overlooked. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. So, but yeah, one-trick pony. Yeah. Murat Gasayev is a good one at cruiserweight, I guess. But you know, I don't know. I think guys that we consider one-trick ponies, they all do at the championship level little subtle technical things that don't quite just make him a one-trick pony. Like Wilder has a good jab. So technically, is he really a one-trick pony if you really, really look at it? His jab sets up that right hand sometimes. Who's up next? Up next is not Blueface, but Nick Young against his replacement opponent. So I'm actually going to get a quick water real quick. I will be right back. All right, and welcome back to the greatest live stream in the history of FightHype. Minicon? Yes, Minicon getting ready to fight Nick Young, Swaggy P. Okay, stand is decent though. The whole chat's been hijacked by people wanting to fight me. But Minicon, not familiar at all with this man or his haircut, but he is ready to fight. And I'm no one to speak about haircuts. I just, and I am a little familiar with that haircut. I do see it going around a little bit. I think Errol Spence had that. Is it called the shag? Something, I don't know. You guys can let me know, those of you watching. Emily Kohara, no, not going to show it. We can't show it. Obviously, we don't have the rights to the fight, but we will be doing a live round by round once the main event comes. Well, I mean, we're doing a round by round now, obviously, but Let's see what we get. Nick Young, I remember when he got drafted as a rookie to the Wizards, and he dunked on LeBron his rookie year. And then, of course, he went to the Lakers, and it was weird how he lost his athleticism kind of around 29, 30. He just, became only a jump shooter. But when he came into the league, he was actually an athletic two guard, too, had some upside coming out of USC. Went on, to have a decent career, played a long time in the league. But I remember when he was a rookie, I had some hopes that he could, be a little bit more than he wound up being. But he winds up marrying Iggy Azalea. D'Angelo Russell snitches on him. And that kind of was the last I remember of him in the NBA. And I know he was scheduled to fight this guy Blueface, but now it's Minicon. So let's see if Swaggy P does his thing tonight. Still like calling him Nick Young. Let's see. Swaggy got this. Easy work. Says Illuminati confirmed. Illuminati confirmed. I think that album is actually right here on my plaque. The Machiavelli album. But let's see. When is Gibb fighting? Gibb fights next. Gibb fights next, and we'll lock it in for that. But this is the co-main event tonight. Swaggy P, aka, Nick Young, aka Swaggy P. Of course, the former shooting guard for the Lakers and the Wizards. Yeah, man, I had high hopes for Swaggy P. He should have at least been like a J.R. Smith, who also had talent to be an all-star shooting guard, but here comes Minicon to the ring. Shimmying, singing. Gibb fights like a crab. Got a ring, though. Did he? Troy Brewer? I know J.R. Smith did. Oh, if you're talking about J.R. Smith. No, yeah, J.R. Smith was dope. I'm a Knicks fan, so I watched that whole year. He won Sixth Man of the Year. So I love J.R. Smith, but watching him, he watching him in Denver and in New York, he could have been a guy who averaged 20, and made an all-star team or two, but he still did his thing. He still won a ring and won Sixth Man of the Year. Swaggy P has a ring too. Who does Swaggy P get? Sean has the fight IQ of Mark Magsayo, the power of Floyd Mayweather, and the chin of Amir Khan. Well, if all those people are in their prime, that would still make me beat the shit out of 99% of people. You got to think relatively speaking here. Mark Magsayo, relatively speaking, has a better fight IQ than 99% of people. Floyd Mayweather's power at 130. If I got that 130 Floyd Mayweather power, I'm beating motherfuckers up. So I got Floyd Mayweather power, and then the chin of Amir Khan, you forget it held up to the wrath of Marcos Maidana for 12 long rounds at 140. If I got prime Amir Khan chin, I could take some shots. You ain't Breeders Prescott. You're not Danny Garcia taking my seven piece combo and then timing me with a left hook. So I'm a bad motherfucker if I got the IQ of Mark Magsayo, power of Floyd Mayweather, and chin of Amir Khan. Didn't have enough IQ for Ray Vargas. That's what I mean, though. 99% of people walking the world, his size, he has the IQ for. So I'll take the IQ of Mark Magsayo. The IQ of Mark Magsayo is better than mine and everyone's boxing IQ in the chat. Facts. Thank you, redeeming time. All right, here comes Nick Young. We're about to have a co-commentator enter the room, chat. I can sense it. How long to the main event? Not too long, Aaron Zaki, because right now we are at the co-main event. Nick Young taking on Minicon, world famous, legendary rapper Minicon, with several hits such as Minicon Man, the fight IQ of CM Punk, the power of Charlie Zelenoff, and the chin of Luke Rockhold. The power of Charlie Zelenoff's punching power is like 5,679 PSI. So, I don't even need a good IQ or chin at that point. The first punch I land, I win by devastating knockout if I have the power of Charlie Zelenoff. So we do have heavyweights. Nick Young, 37, Minicon, 29. Both guys measured in at 6'7". What's the link? It's on Fight TV. So pay-per-view. Jimmy Lennon looking sharp in the gray tux. Minicon coming out of Texas. 1.3 million followers on TikTok. I think that's Tristan Kalkruth. Yep, that's Tristan Kalkruth in the corner with Minicon. Tristan Kalkruth, only one loss. Prospect in the cruiserweight division, signed by Golden Boy, good fighter. That loss was very unfortunate. I think it's a fight he was winning, and he injured his shoulder, I believe, and had to stop on his stool. That happened to Vitaly Klitschko when he was well up on the cards against Chris Bird back in the day. But yeah, Tristan Kalkruth in that corner. Now Nick Young, not looking in great shape, to be honest with you. Not in the greatest shape, but 6'7", 220-pounder. And I never did check again. Who did Nick Young win a ring with? Is the fight still going on? Asked Hillary. No, if you're asking about the main event, not yet. This is co-main event. Nick Young, Swaggy P taking on Minicon. And I hope we get something pretty like we did from Le'Veon Bell, dropping in that right hand. That was a nice right hand by Le'Veon Bell. Golden State Warriors. That's right. He did, didn't he? That's right. That's right. Okay, good for Nick Young, man. You're right. Got a ring. Dunked on LeBron as a rookie. Got a ring. Played for the Lakers. Banged Iggy Azalea. Did a lot of things in his life. And now he's boxing tonight from Los Angeles. Touches gloves to start the fight with Minicon. All right, Nick Young starting on that back foot in the southpaw stance. Very awkward with his stance. Not as so far maybe the most unprofessional looking stance and coordination we've seen in the ring tonight. Landon Mcbroom had a good stance, good balance. Le'Veon Bell was actually impressive with his ranginess and his defense. Nick Young a little sloppier here in round one than we've seen from these other guys tonight, but he's starting off using his legs, taking his time as he should. Lands a nice little right hook, and again, on the mitts, he shows a decent right hook and a right uppercut. Those were the best shots he shows on the mitts, does Nick Young. Wonder if he's a converted southpaw. Maybe his power hand's his right hand, and he did land a good right uppercut there as Minicon tried to press him. Nick Young trying to fight kind of in that rangy stance, and then shoots a straight left as Minicon comes in, using his legs and his athleticism. Chin up in the air, hands at his side, but long and rangy, long and tall, using the most of his height on the outside. And he's winning this round so far. He's touched up Minicon with a couple of hard shots coming in. He shoots off a right hook in the left hand, and then he ties up in the middle of the ring. About 30 seconds left in this first round. Breathing hard already is Swaggy P. He used his legs. Swaggy P chin in the air, and Minicon landed a little bit of a left hand there, but Swaggy P getting off a three-punch combination. Swaggy P backing out, keeping his chin in the air, pops that jab in. 10 seconds left. Minicon hands up, trying to close the distance. But ate some shots coming in there in that first round. 10-9, Nick Young. Yeah. Illuminati said, Sean, who is the best FightHype interviewer in your opinion? I think, I'd like to think we all do a good job. It's just different styles, different interviewing styles. And, depending on the circumstance, one style may work better than the other. But I think we all have our moments. My man Frankie Vilify, Ron Goodall, Hans, Rahman, overseas, Noonan, Nick Noonan. It all depends. Some of us have better chemistry with certain fighters than others. And I think we all do our thing, do our best. Don't sleep on Gibber. Same for Matt Barnes. Yeah, did he win a ring on Golden State too, Matt Barnes? Damn. All right, round 2. Steven Jackson again, keeping this, or excuse me, Steven Jackson. Now I thought Steven Jackson because he was on the podcast with Matt Barnes. But Nick Young starting off with his hands down at his side, chin at his waist, but kind of luring Minicon in. And yep, big left hand lands for Nick Young, and then a right hook knocks Minicon across the ring. Jerry can't, no, referee getting in there to break it up. He's going to call that maybe a knockdown or the mouthpiece flew out, but Minicon was hurt there. Nick Young baiting him in, using his feet. And then just when Minicon keeps those hands up and keeps trying to walk in, Nick Young eventually just nailing him with a straight left and followed it up with a right hook. Referee gets the mouthpiece back in and the action resumes. Nick Young looking kind of comfortable in there now. Using his long range. Oh, good right hand by Minicon, though, just as I say that. And Nick Young has to tie up. You know, Nick Young being very dangerous with his hands at his side and his chin up. And he looks a little tired. Minicon with his first good shot of the fight there. So both fighters have eaten some good shots in round 2 after not much happened in the first. Nick Young trying to slip in a right uppercut on the outside. Now he steps to his left and jumps in with a straight left. Doesn't connect with it. Nick Young stepping around, trying to be awkward, trying to clown around a little bit with 30 seconds left in the second. Hands at his waist, well below his waist, actually, at his knees. Nick Young stepping in with a wide right hook all the way from his knee and then looks up at the clock. He's already feeling a little tired with 20 seconds left in the second. So is Minicon. Ten seconds left, and I think Nick Young has done enough to win this round. He's up 2-0. But Minicon did land a right hand that round. All right. Yeah, that was Nick Young hurting him there on the right hook. But then again, a good straight right hand by Minicon there in the second round. So we'll see what we get here in the third. Round 3, Nick Young circling to his right. Shoots off the hook from his waist again. Ooh, straight left to the body by Nick Young on the outside. Good shot, and then he just missed with a right hook. If Minicon can time Nick Young in an exchange, maybe hit him with something big because that chin is so up there and exposed. But it's hard to get the range on a tall 6'7" guy like that who's got that natural athleticism. Referee taking a look at Nick Young, who complained about a punch to the back of the head. Oh, my co-commentator. My co-commentator is here. Are you ready to watch? We're having the greatest stream in Fight Night's history, babe. It's Minicon against Nick Young. Remember Nick Young?
No.
From the NBA? You remember Nick Young? He dated Iggy Azalea?
Oh, yeah.
Remember he played for the Lakers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Swaggy P. Well, he is winning right now, being rangy. Using his feet. using his natural athleticism. Good straight left hand. He popped his head up there, right there. That was a good straight left hand by Nick Young. Adrian Peterson got knocked out.
Did he?
He did. Le'Veon Bell knocked him out with the right hand.
All day?
Yeah, he knocked out AP all day. But Nick Young's about to go up 3-zip right now. Best punch of the round was that straight left he stepped in. He's just doing a good job keeping Minicon on a string. Get it straight left again, and then he follows up with a right hook to the body. Minicon making Nick Young off balance as he tries to come back with his own punches, but not able to hit him with anything clean. Nick Young just leaning back with his chin in the air, but at 6'7", there's a lot of room to lean back. And that's 30-27 Nick Young. They keep asking me what I've been smoking.
Oh, I was watching the live.
You know how you're like, oh, I'm sure I don't look that high, and then and then you look on the screen, you're like, oh shit, it's pretty bad. But what are you gonna do? You know, it's for the occasion. Austin Mcbroom, that's the main event. Beautiful hair, beautiful curly blonde hair, blonde tips on the top. Anesongib trying to rewrite his history. This man is known as the man who lost to Jake Paul overseas in the United Kingdom, but tonight wants to be the first man to beat Austin Mcgroom. Stop Austin Mcgroom on his train, his collision course, potentially with KSI or Jake Paul. This is big stuff going on tonight, babe. Yeah. Go ahead, and for everyone, this is now our co-commentator for the night. Yep. That's what we got. Oh, and Minicon trying to come in aggressively, trying to catch Nick Young, pin him on the ropes where maybe he doesn't have as much room to just lean back. Nick Young with a 360 spin, keeps that chin up in the air, breathing heavy, but straight left hand lands for Nick Young, making it work, Samantha. Then he misses with a right hook. Minicon able to get in the clinch, but Nick Young wisely tying up whenever Minicon gets in that range. And that was a good straight left a second ago by Nick Young. Nick Young now measuring with that lead right hand and steps away again. Nick Young falling through the ropes, but it's not going to be considered a knockdown. But he's laying on the canvas like he can't get up, like he can't continue. But it didn't look like he went down on a clean shot. Referee, break it up. Let's see the replay, folks. Minicon steps in and kind of just, this is an NBA player moment. See, because in the NBA, that's what you do to get a call. And that NBA player experience and DNA is holding up now, Samantha.
Yeah,
so
I see it.
That's smart, veteran move. Maybe not veteran boxing move, but you know, the great Bernard Hopkins would be proud. I love Bernard Hopkins. He may have done the same thing that Nick Young is doing now, getting extra time in the corner. He was tired. He's up on the cards, on my card, 30-27. But now he's getting looked at by the doctor. Looks like he's saying he's okay. No, the doctor says that's it. Nick Young cannot continue. What do we got going on here? Do we got a stoppage? Was Nick Young stopped? That's it. Wait, what? Nick Young was clearly up 30-27, but he gets raked in the eyes. Wasn't even hit with that clean a shot. Some blood coming from his right nostril. Oh, and a backflip from Tristan Calcruz. That's it. Minicon has pulled off the upset. He comes from behind 30-27. He comes from behind 30-27. Sammy, he was getting tagged with the straight left. He was hurt in the second round by a straight left and a right hook. But Minicon digs deep, bites down, and gets the fourth round TKO in an upset over Nick Young, who can't do it. Nick Young. This wasn't the NBA where that selling was gonna get the job done. Now Nick Young is pissed and talking in the corner. He's used to going to the line for two for that kind of selling and acting job, but not tonight, not in boxing. Minicon makes a name for himself. We already know him as clearly the worldwide famous rapper he has, multi-platinum selling, but tonight he knocks out TKO's Nick Young, comes from behind on the cards. What a fight. What a fight. Yep, Nick Young knocked out of the ring, apparently. Only main event now. Oh, wait. Jimmy Lennon is saying no losers tonight. Can we get some help from the voice from beyond the edit? Did we yeah nope he doesn't know either. He doesn't. Nope. Who has Gibb fought? Gibb fought Jake Paul, who was on his way to being ranked in the top 15 in the cruiserweight division. Had the Rahman Jr. fight not happened. Oh, nice dance by Minicon now at center ring. Minicon feels like he won this fight by TKO. I can't blame him.
Mm-hmm.
You hit a man, whether it was in the clinch with a partial shot or whatever, and he goes down, he doesn't want to continue, that's it. You win the fight by TKO. Minicon was robbed. But Nick Young, former NBA champion, dunked on LeBron as a rookie, banged Iggy Azalea, did a lot of things in his prime, Samantha, to get that kind of pull that he got tonight, to get out of there with a draw. They say you got to knock a guy out in his own hometown to get a draw. And that's what happened to Minicon tonight. I wish we could pull up a chair for my co-commentator. Sean, thoughts on blind boxing? Boxers getting blindfolded for the match and sounds exciting and unpredictable. Well, redeeming the time, my thoughts on blind boxing is that it's fucking stupid. That sounds really fucking stupid. But I still really like you redeeming the time. I like you and like you asking the question, but that would be my best answer for blind boxing. So yeah, let's see. All right, you still streaming from has Gibb fought? Gibb is not fought next. The main event, will Anesongib rewrite his history, his legacy in the sport, or will Austin Mcbroom continue on his hell path, his war path to Jake Paul and KSI to become the king of YouTuber boxing? We will find out shortly, as Nick Young is now getting interviewed in the center of the ring. Sean, who's your favorite boxer? All time? All time, the top 5 is probably Bernard Hopkins, Eric Morales, Sugar Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali. I don't know. Who's number 5? Salvador Sanchez. Yeah, that's probably the top 5. Ali, Leonard, Hopkins, Morales, Sanchez. So, who's my favorite fighter today to watch personally? Because I try to just keep it objective. But personally, I really like, and neither one I think is technically really a world champion right now. But I really like Boots and Benavidez. Those are the two guys that I want to see get the opportunities they haven't gotten yet the most. I really like Boots and Benavidez right now. Barrera, I love Barrera. I got my Barrera Morales poster right there. So I love Barrera.
That's your IG info on the back.
That guy wants to fight me really bad. He's offered me $2,000 to fight me. So don't give him my IG. It is my IG, but yeah, let's he's gotten enough attention for the night. It's always great with your commentary, man. Thank you, Gerald. And Gerald, again, we're clowning tonight and just having fun on a Saturday night with these fights, keeping it laid back. So next week, Gerald, we'll be back to the more, regular stuff with Canelo and Golovkin 3, just calling that fight professionally. But tonight, just having a little fun. I was bummed I couldn't call Shields and Marshall and Mayer and Bumgarner, so I said, fuck it, let's buy this fight and have some fun. So watch on, it would be really fun to watch. What, blindfolded boxing? Did the fight happen? The fight has not happened yet. Not the fight. Austin Mcgroom versus Anesongib. I want to get you a chair or something, man.
Okay. No.
I know, but the people, we can use some more viewers. We can use some eye candy on the stream. I love all 223 of you, but just lose. So Nick Young going back to his locker, lucky to get out of there with a draw tonight. Yeah. When will they fight? Well, coming up soon. Right now.
I like how serious the comedy. Oh no. Oh,
Salvador Sanchez, excellent choice. And you gotta love the chat on the Fight TV com.
Oh,
because
top tier.
Yeah.
Fans.
I am going to effing come. I'm going to effing come. I'm going to effing come.
Oh, this is serious.
Yeah, that's this is some real boxing talk going down in the Fight TV official chat. Kind of like in the official FightHype chat tonight. A lot of hardcore boxing talk going on.
Their commentary team is like expensive.
Did I hear for how Usyk handstands for an hour straight? Damn, he really does that? That guy's amazing. No. He catches. No, they don't. I think there's where. Oh, thank you, Agent 47. Finally. How many rounds for the Gib fight? I don't know. We'll see when they get out here. We'll see when they get out here. I haven't slept yet, and it's 6:47 a.m. Dude, just go to sleep if that's how you feel. It's Austin Mcgroom and Anesongib, man. What are your thoughts about KSI versus Jake Paul? I think they're going to make a lot of money when they make that fight, and I actually believe KSI that he'll probably find a way to make Jake Paul bend to some of his demands because he has the win over his brother, and Jake will want to avenge that loss. So, KSI seems like a smart business guy, and he'll probably make him go overseas to the United Kingdom for that fight, and that'll be a big fight. So, all right, here we got with some highlight packages with Boxing's Finest, talking about the fight. Ooh, Austin Mcbroom, will he fight Jake Paul? But one man stands in his way. Anesongib tonight. So if those of you joining us, of course, this is Austin Mcbroom against Anesongib. No, but look at Austin Mcbroom, though, some good shots here on this highlight. Nice knockout there against Hall. So Paulie Malignaggi, former 2-division champion, talking about it. Anesongib not as compact and as explosive on his punches at all. Worse form than we saw from Austin Mcgroom. Seriously, but I mean, he's got an very awkward style and letting his hands go. But in terms of precision and who has the better form and explosiveness and athleticism, it looks like Austin Mcgroom in these highlights. So. But Anesongib, I guess, is a YouTube guy, I guess.
I was going to say,
I have no idea who either one of them are. And I asked the chat to tell me.
Ace family that would make me laugh, because I think I know who they are. That's
the Ace hardware store.
The Ace.
Isn't Jake more technical than KSI while KSI has powers? I didn't watch KSI's 2 fights in one night enough. I just saw some highlights and he looks better. He's gotten better since he fought Logan. And, those 2 guys have done well for themselves given their experience. And I think Jake would be a slight favorite in that fight, I guess. But, I don't watch those, I haven't broke down too much film. I just, saw the highlights on KSI's fight and I've called Jake's fights. So, who wins Canelo GGG3? I got Canelo, but, I got Canelo, and I'd be thinking Canelo's headed towards a dominant performance against Golovkin, and I still think ever since that Derevianchenko fight, when Derevianchenko had Golovkin bent over with a body shot, that Canelo's going to stop him to the body. But Canelo is coming off a loss. Golovkin, the last thing to go is power. You always have power. Golovkin has power, and there's that Pacquiao Marquez kind of thing where you think the younger guy, Pacquiao, Canelo, at some point is going to blow out the older guy who's being forced to come up in weight. But sometimes a guy has your number. Sometimes a guy just knows how to fight on even footing with you. So there's that at play. But I expect Canelo to win by a body shot to end the trilogy with a body shot next Saturday. Let's see. Austin, did Gib win already? No, I don't think Gib's going to win, guys, based on what I saw in the highlights. Again, I didn't really research these guys. I don't even know the real root of their fame. But Austin Mcgroom just looked like the more compact puncher, better technique, and the more explosive guy. But Anesongib does look, tough. He's got that underdog mentality, and he's ready to let his hands go a lot. I hope he does let his hands go a lot, like he showed in the highlights. That could give Austin Mcgroom a chance to land something big in an exchange and give us some fireworks. So let's see. GGG is not going to Marquez him. I don't think so either. But I'm just saying that's always in play when you have had the first two kind of fights they did. Just because I just remember heading into that third Pacquiao Marquez fight, not even the fourth one, everyone thought Manny was about to blow out Marquez. Marquez was older. Marquez had not had any success at that weight class, whereas Manny had been knocked out Cotto and other guys at welterweight. And then they put him in the ring, and the blowout doesn't happen. You wind up getting the same fight you did the first two times, and maybe that happens with Canelo and Golovkin, but I don't think so. But there's a chance it does happen. Who won, bro? Fight main event hasn't happened yet, so not yet. We're finishing up. Looks like national anthems, and then we're getting to main event time. Official prediction, Samantha. Mcbroom, I agree. Gibson is fired up though. He is fired up. He
might wear himself out.
Underdog mentality, yeah?
Yeah.
Underdog mentality. Go see a barber, bro. Do you think I should see a barber?
No, I like it.
Okay, cool. So her opinion trumps yours, my friend. What channel is it on? It is on Fight TV. What's your opinion on Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva? Well, real quick, shout out to my guy Sean, always giving good insight. How bummed were you for the Shields versus Marshall postponement? Very bummed, very bummed. Me and my wife were looking forward to watching that fight. She was hyped, right, babe? Mm-hmm. For Shields and Marshall and Mayer and Bumgarner. So that's what the round by round was going to be today. So, but we wanted to get some boxing in today, so we did this. But very bummed. That fight got pushed to October 15th. That's going to be a crazy day of boxing. Wilder, Helenius 2, Haney versus Kambosos 2, and now Shields and Marshall and Mayer and Bumgarner. So, but to Jake Paul and Anderson Silva, I don't know. We'll see. I think Anderson Silva, look, man, he has no business beating the crap out of Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Julio Cesar Chavez has had, on paper, a great record with almost 55 professional fights or more than that. And Anderson Silva stopped him. And that means Anderson Silva can do his thing even at 47 years old. But he's there to lose. Jake Paul has really cornered a very smart market for himself and should keep doing that, business-wise. Keep fighting older MMA guys. I think he's found the right crop of guys he can keep picking from that have names in combat sports and guys he'll be favored against. So I think he'll be favored against Anderson Silva. He's picked for a reason. Do I info football? He might be talking soccer. Oh. But football, yeah, I'm hyped for the 49ers tomorrow. Super hyped for the 49ers tomorrow. Here comes Anesongib now to the ring. This man wants to rewrite his legacy. Wants to be more than the guy who opened up Jake Paul's career into boxing. Wants to be a man who puts an end to the Austin Mcgroom hype train. Maybe he wants a rematch with Jake Paul, Samantha. Maybe he has his sights set on a Jake Paul rematch. And Austin Mcgroom is the man standing in his way. He's not standing in Austin Mcgroom's way. Austin Mcgroom standing in Anesongib's way. We will see tonight. We will see. Intensity starts. You know it, fresh JC.
He wants to know who Austin comes out with.
Oh, like who he raps with or what song he does? I'll turn it up a little bit so I can tell you. Oh, they've had beef. It's serious. It is meaningful. Anesongib wants this. Look at that. Man, they need to play like there's no easy way out from Rocky 4 to this shit. Dun, 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 There's no easy way out for Anesongib. There's no shortcut home for Austin Mcbroom. There's no easy, no easy, no easy. Let's do it. It's the underdog. Mcbroom on points. Get your picks in now for the fight of the century. Social gloves, no more talk. Here comes Anesongib from the United Kingdom, doing this for Queen Elizabeth this week. I'm sure he's very fired up to do this for Queen Elizabeth. Anesongib. Yep. And glorious, victorious.
You should come out to Queen.
God save Anesongib. Comes to the ring. Anesongib coming to the ring. Was that tunnel vision? Tunnel vision, absolutely. Tunnel vision. Fired up, ready to rewrite legacy, yeah? Anesongib coming to the ring for Austin Mcbroom. Lost to Jake Paul. Hopes to rewrite his history and legacy tonight. Came to America overseas. Here we go. All right. In the ring, fired up. Black robe, gold trim, but here comes the superstar with the blonde frosted tips. Oh wait, who's he coming to the ring with? Who's he coming to the ring with? Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis in the house.
Oh, you told me to get out of here.
Regis Prograis, who has a big fight coming up with Jose Zepeda. Chon Zepeda coming up for the vacant WBC 140-pound title. So big fight coming up for Regis. But Austin Mcgroom, the star, you can feel the star power coming through the arena now. The A side coming to the ring. Austin Mcgroom.
Who was walking out with Austin?
I don't know these people.
Really
I only know Regis Prograis.
Security guards.
Security guards.
He's looking back for somebody though.
California Bank Arena employees.
California.
Yes.
And they look like they're doing a great job.
All right. Austin wins. Everyone. Oh, this guy, Dwayne George, is convinced that Austin wins. He hasn't even seen the fight yet, Samantha. And he's celebrating in the chat. That's how confident Austin Mcgroom fans are tonight in Los Angeles and around the world. They're already celebrating in the chat.
Shout out to the Mcgroomers.
To the Mcbroomers. Oh, there you go. To the baby Mcbroomers.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, like the baby boomer generation. But this is going to be the baby Mcbroomer generation after tonight. Should he defeat Anesongib, he's favored. We'll see. Let's see here. Regis should win against Zepeda, in my opinion, but good fight. That is a good fight, Gerald. Regis is more dynamic, more athletic. But I think Zepeda, he's been fighting better competition lately. I know Jose Vargas was, a one-round blowout, an unproven kid. But and Hank Lundy before that was past it. But I just think Zepeda, fighting on that stage on the ESPN cards, whereas Regis has been forced to kind of float around and not know the dates that he's preparing for and things like that. I have a feeling Zepeda is a little more well prepared heading into this fight. But Regis is the more dynamic, athletic fighter. That really is something of a 50-50 fight for me. But Regis in the second half of that Josh Taylor fight, that was a tremendous pace. Zepeda's not going to set that kind of pace, but he did get winded in the second half of that fight. That's a good fight. We'll see. And Zepeda too is a guy that hasn't gotten over the hump. He falls just a little short when he challenges for the title. That's a really good 50-50 fight. I'm looking forward to Zepeda and Prograis. I don't know where the hell we're going to watch it because neither of the big three, PBC, Top Rank, or DAZN, picked that fight up. So I don't know where we're going to watch it. But here comes Austin Mcgroom to the ring. Oh, who's that rapper again? Tyga? Isn't that Tyga?
Yeah.
Tyga is taking him to the ring. Tyga was in the New Boys. And that's when, that was senior year of high school. And that's when I said, wow, they're doing different music in Compton now. This is like a lot different than DJ Quick and Dr. Dre, this New Boy shit. But that's where Tyga came from. And then he blew up on his own and he banged one of the Jenners or the Kardashians, one of them. You know, and that's a running theme here. Nick Young banging Nikki Azalea. Who are we talking about? Tyga. Yeah, Tyga. Yeah. Kylie. So here we go. Austin gonna win. Do you think AJ would be stupid not to accept Fury's offer on one of the? I think it's all talk. They're just talking. Fury knows damn well that like Joshua can't in today's boxing era. A-list fighters are not gonna unless it's already something they've had planned ahead of time, like Canelo did with 4 fights in 12 months. They're not gonna turn around quickly a month after fighting and jump right into camp for a big fight. Fury knows this. You know, maybe it's not grandstanding, but I just think, you know, it's a lot of talk, you know, so I don't think that fight's happening in December. Hope we get Tank and Ryan in December, though. Here comes Austin McBreezy. Austin Mcgroom to the ring. Tyga just walking, not rapping.
I don't think the microphone works.
Oh, the microphone didn't work. So Tyga, you know, he's just walking then, just there. So just there for Austin Mcgroom. You know, moral support. He actually spared us by not rapping. Thank you, Tyga. And Austin Mcgroom, though, looks confident. Has that A side swag.
I don't think Tyga Bank. I don't think he was married to this guy.
He wasn't married to one of them. I said yeah. So Austin Mcgroom, 6 foot. Anesongib, 5'8", but actually has a half-inch longer reach advantage and is 7 pounds heavier. So he has a very awkward frame and awkward style, does Anesongib. Austin Mcgroom, you know, better traditional fundamental technique and more explosive and athletic with his punches. Gibb, though, talked about Mcgroom having no chance to prepare for a style like his. He feels like that's a big thing and his advantage tonight. We'll see. But the tape, to me, shows that Mcgroom is a favorite tonight. We'll see if he follows through on it. Jimmy Lennon introducing both fighters. Let's see. Bro, who do you got winning, Gervonta or Ryan? I got Gervonta. I got to favor him. Ryan's not seasoned. You know, he hasn't even been in a title fight yet. And Gervonta's been in several. And Gervonta fought some solid competition in terms of Leo Santa Cruz, Pedraza, Jose Pedraza, Mario Barrios. Even though Santa Cruz is a little guy, all 3 of those guys fight tall. They know how to fight kind of tall. Especially Barrios fought tall in that fight. Pedraza was kind of forced from the body shots to stop using his height and try to just had to start throwing get off me punches on the inside. So Tank knows how to deal with a taller guy like Ryan. He's just more seasoned and experienced. He's had, you know, almost a dozen title fights. And I think he understands feinting and positioning better than Ryan. I think he can get Ryan to bite and get out of position on a feint or two and eventually set him up for a big shot. But Ryan definitely has a puncher's chance in that fight. He could knock Tank out, hurt him with a left hook, finish him off. You know, he equals Tank in hand speed, but Tank has better upper body movement, and he's just the more seasoned pro at this stage of their careers, so he's the favorite. But, you know, I don't count Ryan out. Let's see. All right, Austin Mcgroom now getting introduced after Anesongib got his introduction. You can find him at Austin Mcbroom from Palmdale. You know who else was from Palmdale? Afro Man. Should have had Afro Man instead of Tyga walking out. He should have had Afro Man from East Palmdale.
Yeah.
Yep. When the Afro Man walked through the white land, houses went up for sale. Sale? Yep. That's what he rhymed Palmdale with. Houses went up for sale. Yeah, Palmdale. Yep. That was Afro Man. It's too early to feed Joshua to Jared Anderson. Yeah, of course. All right. Center ring instructions get set to go here with referee Jack Reese, the man who called Fury Wilder 1, refereed that fight. But tonight, maybe an even tougher assignment in Austin Mcgroom and Anesongib. Let's see what we get. Jamie Patterson said, "Are you stuck between transitioning from a man to a woman?" We'll have to get back to that later after Austin Mcgroom takes on Anesongib here in the main event. Austin Mcgroom smiling at Anesongib, who's trying to give the stone cold killer look. Will Austin Mcgroom come to regret that smile? Is he underestimating Anesongib, overconfident? We'll see. As we're set now for round one in this fight between Austin Mcgroom and Anesongib. Both guys, I'm sure, Gibb wants a rematch with Jake Paul. Mcgroom wants a big fight with a Jake Paul. In this YouTube boxing scene from Los Angeles. Here we go, round one. And let's see if Mcgroom starting off in his southpaw stance lands a good jab. Gibb with that kind of frenetic energy, keeping his hands up, bobbing around. And Mcgroom trying to be the calmer fighter and just touch with his lead hand and measure right now as he steps over to his left. Lands a right hook, and Gibb tries to fight rough in the clinch, and they clinch up. Jack Reese having to break these two up in this 6-round main event. Mcgroom shooting off a 1-2. Gibb getting away from it, trying to put the pressure on, trying to cut the range against the taller, more athletic Mcgroom. Mcgroom in the corner, trying to tag Anesongib coming in. Anesongib awkward as expected. Short with his jab, doesn't really know how to shoot that jab out there, does Anesongib. Dives in, and Mcgroom just takes a half step back to keep measuring and shoots a straight left to the body, does Austin Mcgroom. Oh, good left hand by Mcgroom off the right hook. Down goes Anesongib in round one. It's already a knockdown for Austin Mcgroom. Anesongib just awkward, trying to come in with that frenetic energy, and got tagged. Got his hands up to block the right hook, but Mcgroom came with a left hand after the right hook to drop him and nail him on the chin. Now let's see how Mcgroom follows this up. Oh, Gibb actually walking Mcgroom into a right hand there, and Mcgroom smiling. Has to be smart about sizing up his prey after that knockdown in round one. Mcgroom shoots a straight left hand, falls short with it. Gibb keeping his hands up, bobbing around with his little frenetic style. Too far out in range, tries to jump in. It's dangerous when he tries to jump in like that for Anesongib. But he did walk Mcgroom into a right hand when Mcgroom knocked him down. Mcgroom, more comfortable stance, right hand near his hip, shoots. Oh, good left hook for Anesongib. And that makes Mcgroom smile again. So 2 good punches for Anesongib have landed, walking Austin Mcgroom into it after getting dropped in the first round. Mcgroom measuring with his lead hand, then takes a step back as Anesongib try to fire a right hand in. Mcgroom stepping over to his left, inches over back to his right, now steps over to his left. Gibb steps in with a right hand, and Mcgroom gets his left hand to block it. Gibb just missing with a left hook up top as Mcgroom tried to touch to the body. Not a bad comeback for Gibb, landing 2 shots after getting dropped in the first, but that was a knockdown for Austin Mcgroom, 10-8 for Austin Mcgroom in the first round. Yeah, that's it. That's 10-8 for Austin Mcgroom. Let's take a look at the replay here when they show it. Just waiting on the replay now. And Mcgroom was measuring with his lead hand. Oh, wait, what just happened? Why did my stream start messing up? And now an ad comes in. Well, at least we'll get through this ad by the time the round's back. We'll be back and running. That was a great time to pick, though. Oh, now it took us to the weigh-in? Video file. Okay, we're good. We're back on the stream in round 2. Sorry about that, folks. Only 10 seconds in. Looks like we haven't missed anything. Austin Mcgroom with the knockdown in round 1, trying to follow it up in round 2 now. He dropped Anesongib with a straight left hand, or no, it was a left hand off a right hook combination. Anesongib still showing his courage, keeping his hands up, staying awkward. But now Austin Mcbroom stepping towards him. Both guys pairing with their lead hands, southpaw versus orthodox. Mcbroom, the southpaw, walked into a couple shots trying to get Anesongib out of there. Gib trying to cut the distance, step over with his feet, be awkward with his foot movement, keep his head off the line just a little bit. Mcgroom doing a lot of smiling, trying to stay calm in there. But Gib is hanging tough in the first minute in the second round. Hasn't gotten blown out of there yet after getting dropped in the first. Gib keeping his hands up, wants to close that distance at some point. Mcgroom measuring with his lead hand, shoots a right hook, shoots a straight left hand. Good straight left hand from Mcgroom, lands through the gloves of Anesongib. He tries to follow it up with a right uppercut. Good right hand by Gib, though, lands. Fell a little short, more on Mcgroom's chest, but it did enough to stop him from coming in after landing that straight left hand. Gib with a good left hook. Missed the first two punches in combination, but he landed a left hook with Mcgroom near the ropes. Gib showing a lot of moxie here. Lands a right hand off the 1-2 too as he eats a right hook, but he landed his own as well. Mcbroom shoots the straight left, misses it, partially lands the right hook. Fight heating up a little bit. Mcbroom misses again, but lands a straight left there. Now straight left to the body for Mcbroom. Follows it up with a right hook. Gib coming back to the body and to the head. Shot a right hand to the body and then brought his left hook up top, did Gib there. Mcbroom trying to shoot an uppercut from far out. He misses, and Gib swings with his right hand and misses back. Oh, good right hook by Austin Mcbroom. You could tell Gib is determined, trying to fight tough. Knows he's not the more explosive guy, not the taller guy, not the rangier guy, but keeping his hands up and trying to do a workmanlike performance. 10 seconds left in the second. I still think Mcbroom's done enough to win this round, but he ate some shots too. Good right uppercut by Mcbroom. And Gib trying to exchange, trying to time Mcbroom in the exchange and let his punches go at the same time. And that was a decent comeback round for Anesongib, showing some toughness there. Not backing out, not wilting after getting dropped in the first. And he did land some shots that round as too, but Mcbroom got off better, landed that straight left through the center. So Austin Mcbroom up 2-0, 20-17, got the knockdown in the first round off the left hand. What do we got in chat? Yeah, so far Mcbroom winning. Yeah, 20-17. Let's see here on the replay. On the replay, Gib missing with a sweeping right hand, and he eats a little 1-2, not with full power on it by Austin Mcbroom, but Austin Mcbroom able to get his hands up and then land the 1-2 at short range. Austin Mcbroom's short right hook landed right on the side of Anesongib's head that round as well too. So definitely an Austin Mcbroom round, 20-17 with the knockdown after 2. All right. Let's see if Gib can land something here. He's determined. You can see it, but he's just outgunned right now in skill and in precision. Good straight left hand there by Austin Mcgroom. Gib doing a good job trying to time and punch at the same time he's punching, but coming up short with the wider shots. Oh, good right hand by Gib. Mcgroom rolling with the shot, comes back with a straight left. Gib looked a little shooken up by that straight left by Mcgroom. Oh, good left hook by Gib, though. A wild left hook. Didn't get full extension on it, but Mcgroom walked into it, and they fall into the clinch. Mcgroom still got a little bit better at that last exchange, but Gib tough, letting his hands go in close. Oh, good two-piece by Anesongib. Mcgroom smiling every time he gets caught. Gib every now and then with that height falling in, measuring and punching from a little too close in, and Gib able to time him and punch him coming in there. Good straight left though by Anesongib. Oh, but But Gibb walked him into a left hook, and they fall into a clinch again. Good two-way action there. Halfway through the third round. I think Mcbroom's still a little ahead in this round, but Gibb is landing some shots himself. Gibb keeping his hands up. Mcbroom looking a little more tired. Oh, straight right for Gibb and a left hook, and then he ripped some combinations. That was his best sequence of the fight for Anesongib. Right there, look, like Gibb very determined. Down goes Austin Mcbroom on a fucking right hand by Anesongib. Mcbroom was starting to look tired. He keeps his hands low, and that was a big right hand knockdown for Anesongib. Down goes Mcbroom. He's smiling. He's smiling every time he gets caught. He looks a little more dazed. He's more hurt than Gibb was when Gibb went down in the first. He's smiling, but he's hurt. And he's been, oh, he gets countered again. He's shooting his right uppercut up. And when he shoots that uppercut, that chin is out there, and Gibb is timing it with his own right hand. Now Mcgroom lands a straight left. Fight really heating up in the third now. Huge moment for Anesongib. Big right hand again for Anesongib. Mcgroom's legs not 100% there. Little left hook lands for Gibb now. Gibb is shooting that right hand over the top, not shooting it down the center. Oh, left hook drops Austin Mcbroom. The right hand to the body, little short right hand to the body by Gibbs, sets up a left hook up top. He worked his levels, and down goes Mcbroom for the second time. He's smiling, looking up at the cameras, but he is down, and his stamina is betraying him, and Gibb doesn't look tired. No. That's it for the third round. With those two knockdowns, we got an even fight after three, but Mcbroom looks kind of done heading back to the corner. He looks like he may be done. It is 37-37 after, or no, excuse me, 27-27 after 3 rounds. Those two, man, Mcbroom won the first. He dropped Anesongib with a straight left, or excuse me, with a sweeping left hand. But Gibb was tough. He lost the second, but landed some shots. And in the third round, he drops Austin Mcbroom twice. Oh, it was a sweeping right hand. Gibb, like I said, was wisely punching when Mcbroom was punching. He was timing and exchanging them, and that time his chin held up better. He ate a shot from Mcbroom and delivered his own right hand, and down went Mcbroom. And then on the second knockdown, straight right hand from Anesongib to the body, works his levels and brings the left hook up top to score a big knockdown on Austin Mcbroom, who might be out of it. Lucky for him, the round was over. Here we are in the fourth round as Anesongib pull off the upset. Round 4. Has Mcbroom recovered? He's either got to get his hands up or make some adjustments here, because that athleticism that was allowing him to get by with his hands lower. Now that fatigue is set in and he's a little sloppier, he's getting caught with clean shots with his hands down. Big right uppercut for Anesongib on the inside. He explodes with combinations, and down goes Austin Mcbroom for a third time. The A side is getting allowed to survive. Jack Reese is counting. I think that's it for Austin Mcbroom. I don't think he's going to recover. He's smiling and looking up, but I think Gibb has found the range in close. He's found the range, stepping inside, exploding with his combinations in close. Reese tells him he needs to see something. Here comes Gibb coming in for the kill in round 4. Big right hand again for Anesongib lands. He's been very determined. Nice straight left lands for Austin Mcbroom and a right hook, but he's off balance landing these punches. Legs aren't underneath him. He lands a straight left, but Gibb lands a left hook back. Big right hand for Anesongib, and Mcbroom stays up this time. He takes it and clinches Gibb to the ropes. Mcbroom is hurt and weary. Right hand over the top and a left hook for Gibb, but Mcbroom not getting hit clean by it. Able to roll with the shots a little bit. Big left, down goes Austin Mcbroom with a right hand flat on his back. He came forward, opening up with an uppercut, but got too wild with his punches, and he goes down for a 4th time. Another right hand knockdown. Austin Mcbroom smiling, but he doesn't. He's up for the 4th time. Will the referee let this continue? He will. Man, Mcbroom looks like he's finished, folks. Gibb measuring, coming forward. Mcbroom, steps forward, gets nailed with combinations. Gibb exploding with combinations as Mcbroom steps in with his hands down. Still 50 seconds left to go in the round, and Mcbroom's legs are completely not there. Another left hook lands for Gibb. Gibb exploding on the inside. Reese is really giving Mcgroom so many opportunities as the A side here, as he warns and gives him 10 seconds of break here. 30 seconds left for Anesongib to finish the show. Left hook lands for Anesongib. Mcgroom is still hurt. 30 seconds left. Mcgroom, down he goes for a 5th time on a right hand, and that's it. Anesongib with 5 knockdowns pulls off the upset. A right hand knockout for Anesongib in the 4th round. Man, Jake Paul's resume looks better now. Yeah, that's such a good feeling for fighters when you beat a guy and then he goes on to score a big knockout. You're like, oh, and Austin Mcgroom is exhausted, panting heavily, flat on his back, still half smiling. He smiled every time he got hit. He's still smiling, to his credit. But that Anesongib with the 4th round knockout, man, whew, what an upset. What an upset. He was dropped in the 1st round. You could see his determination, though. The guy was determined. The guy had the underdog mentality. So when he accepted it like that he had the underdog mentality. He had a chip on his shoulder heading into this fight. And Austin Mcgroom walked into 2 shots after dropping him in the 1st. And then in the 2nd round, I still thought Austin Mcgroom did enough, but Gibb was landing and holding his own, staying competitive. And then in that 3rd round, I started noting he's punching at the same time Mcgroom's punching, which is smart, but he just but then once Mcgroom got a little tired and that, keeping that lead right hand down low, something you get away with when you're athletic, when his fatigue set in, that shit started to catch him and he got caught with shots with his hands down. And then Gibb had a good sense of range. That's where his experience he talked about came into play. He understood range a little bit. He knew when to explode with combinations when Mcgroom was too close and was no longer too far out like he was in the first 2 rounds. So Anesongib showed a lot of heart tonight, pulled off the upset knockout. Props to him, man. Props to him. And for people who like to see, the cocky guy get stopped, that's what happened tonight. Gibb was the underdog. Mcgroom, young, good-looking guy, got the blonde frosted tips on the hair. He's the A side. Jack Reese has given him 67 opportunities to recover. But Anesongib shuts all that shit down and goes back to England with a knockout win. Good for him. Mm-hmm. Good for him. So, let's see here. Yeah, man. Gibb did that. Gibb did the damn thing. What'd you guys think of the fight, guys? What do you guys think now that Anesongib, are we headed towards Jake Paul Anesongib 2? The most anticipated rematch since, I don't know. Since Tyson Holyfield, maybe? Right? Mm-hmm. Since Morales Ferreira? I don't know. One of the most high.
It's tough to say.
Jake Paul wins that rematch, though. I think. But Gibb got heart, man. Got heart. Plucky. Can you look up the definition of plucky real quick? Because I kept wanting to call him that. I feel like he's plucky with a P. Let's see. Look up my wife looking up the definition of plucky. What's it say?
Having or showing determined courage in the face of difficulties.
That's what I felt he did tonight. He was plucky.
He was plucky.
He was plucky.
So you said television.
Any chat, any questions for not just me but for the wife in the chat tonight? Any questions that you want to know her Crawford Spence breakdown?
No, I do not have.
Who wants to know her Crawford Spence breakdown? All right. Hux Von Bear, so you trying to make the $2,000 to fight in 2023? Talk to my manager, Samantha.
No. She
said no. Thanks for the great commentary. You're welcome, Kaden. You're welcome. Thank you for joining the chat, guys. Who won? Again, it was Anesongib by a 4th round knockout. He was dropped in the 1st round by Austin Mcbroom. Austin Mcbroom began to tire in the 3rd round, got dropped twice. Then he got dropped 3 more times in the 4th round, and that was it. Anesongib won by come from behind 4th round upset knockout. And Le'Veon Bell with a beautiful right hand knockout of Adrian Peterson on the undercard. So let's see. Huge. Let's see. Give us the breakdown. Samantha, who do you got? Crawford or Spence?
Crawford.
Why?
I don't really want to
No, go ahead. Just why do you got him? No one's asking you to be Teddy Atlas here. Just why do you got him? Why Crawford?
Smarter fighter.
Ooh.
Smarter. May not be as young, but still got athleticism. Strong. He's got that power at the end of his punch.
There you go. That snappy power at the end. Thank you, Fresh JC. Appreciate you, brother. Hux Von Bear is very convinced that he thinks that he wants to negotiate with you, that he really wants to make this fight happen.
Money's not right.
Oh. It's usually what holds up fights, right? Thanks for the commentary. You got it, Caden. Thank you, man. He got shot in the head and drove himself to the hospital. This dude's referencing Crawford. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'll pick that guy.
Yeah, I pick
Yeah, pick that guy.
50 Cent. They had a good outcome. Well, I mean, maybe not.
Let's see. But yeah, that about does it. About does it for tonight. We'll be back and live and direct again for Canelo Triple G3 this Saturday. I'll be at the T-Mobile Arena. Should be absolutely massive. Legacy History Trilogy, as Eddie Hearn will say. Guys, get ready to say it with me for the next 7 days as we interview Eddie Hearn throughout Fight Week. Legacy History Trilogy. Okay? So get ready to hear that about 55 times on FightHype this week as you keep it locked in. And we'll be back Saturday live. We'll be back all week live with Canelo Triple G3 Fight Week, but I'll be back live for a round by round of Canelo Golovkin 3. I won't be stoned. I'll be ready to get back to serious work. I had fun tonight though, and Anesongib really was plucky. All jokes aside, all these fighters showed heart on the card tonight. Le'Veon Bell impressed me with his ranginess and defense. I was joking around before that trying to be this pure boxer with little experience isn't the smartest thing to do, but he made it work and he boxed well tonight. So thanks everyone for watching. Hope you guys had fun, and see you guys throughout this week for Canelo Golovkin 3. Legacy, History, Trilogy, Bad Blood, Global, Massive. Yeah.